It's close to midnight. You spent a large portion of your day making a pile of Jaffa cakes. Thanks to your terrible chocolate skills, they look like crap. But you think to yourself, at least I'm not filming these to post them on an ill-advised YouTube channel for the whole world to see them in all of their obscene glory. No, just me? Alright then. I'm the first to admit it. The Jaffa biscuits looked clumsy as hell, so bit of a different episode this week. Instead of a flat-out recipe, this one I'm going to look for the easiest way to reliably temper chocolate. There is a chance that this episode could contain some actual usable advice. I cannot apologize enough. Stop moving to the skip button. I will try and knock up some nonsense as we go along. That having been said, if you want to skip straight to the stupid, and God knows I understand, here's the time code. Alright, let's start this one off by establishing a control group. What I would normally do when I'm cooking with chocolate. Roughly chop into a bowl. Now microwave this in 30-second bursts until it's liquid. Not much change here. And a little bit softer now. And a little bit softer now. There you go, nicely melted. Right, now I know temperature is a big deal for tempering. Clue in the name maybe? I don't know. So, just so I've got a baseline, let's see what the temperature is at the moment. Right, 35. Absolutely no idea what that means. Anyway, let's do something with this. Chocolate biscuit, let's just see what happens. Spread a little bit on some paper too, just let this set so we can get an idea of where we are. Here we go, about 10 minutes later, and it's set. Yeah, that's not good. Bendy. What are these stripes? Fat bloom, alright, what does that mean and how do I fix it? Fluctuations in temperature. Oh, I don't care, one problem at a time. Now the science behind this has been explained in every other video on tempering, so I'm just going to run through the cliff notes quickly. Melted chocolate can set in 6 different ways. One of these is better than the others. The word crystals gets used a lot. If you just melt it and let it reset of its own accord, it'll have an inconveniently low melting point. You can't really hold it and it'll be all sorts of bendy, which is what we're seeing here. If you do a bit of science, it'll set with a higher melting point, so you'll be able to hold it without it melting in your hands. And it'll have a satisfying snap. All clear on that? Good. No need to complicate it any further. So let's try tempering this the classic way. Chocolate goes into a bain-marie. It's a bowl on top of a pan of barely simmering water. Clear your afternoon because this was time consuming. I'll save you the drudgery of watching the entire process and skip ahead. There you go. Right, this needs to be at 120 Fahrenheit or 48 Celsius. Yep. Off the heat and bring it down to 82 degrees Celsius or 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Add in some more chocolate, this helps to cool it and it does a little bit of important sciencey stuff as well, which I'll get to in a little bit. This process is boring the hell out of me. And check the temperature again, why not? There you go, perfect. Now that it's cooled down, warm it back up, this time to 90 Fahrenheit. I'm losing the will to live with this, so let's just breeze over that bit. There you go. Do a quick tester for this and compare it to the easier methods. Biscuit test, because I at least want something edible out of doing this. Right, 10 to 15 minutes later, let's check this. Alright, so it's still a bit melty, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was the first time. Let's get this off. It's not melting on our hands, that's a good sign. Can we get a snap? Oh, sort of. It's a sort of a snap. Joy. Not as snappy as I was hoping for, given the effort. This stuff is temperamental. I need an easier method for doing this. And I read about one that could be exactly what I'm looking for. Start off by melting some chocolate in the microwave and making sure it stays below 35. So far so good then. Now I have to add in another 50% of the chocolate weight and melt that in. The principle behind this is that the new chopped chocolate that I'm adding has already been tempered, and crystals in this are going to give the crystals in the melted chocolate something to copy. You think of the people who listen to chart music for no other reason than other people listen to chart music. Warm this in 5-second bursts, just enough for it to barely melt, and in principle this should be tempered. Total time spent about 5 minutes. Let's try this. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Nice clean snap, perfect. Take this opportunity to fix my Jaffa biscuits. If you want to see how I've gotten them this far, click the link in the top right now. The only thing I've done differently here is putting the jam slices on the shortbread while the shortbread is still warm. When it's cooled right down, carefully lower them jam side down into the chocolate and let it set. Here we go, immediately that looks less awkward than the last batch. Cut through this, look at that snap, perfect. Closer look, there you go, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Right, I've wasted enough of your time with this, let's have a bit of fun. How about literal chocolate chips? Literal chocolate chips for the Americans. McNuggets are designed to be dunked in stuff. A Big Mac. I did a few French fries too. Let's get into this. Yeah, that's awful. Potato and chocolate go together about as well as chicken and chocolate. What else can I do? Corn dogs! Ooh, I know. I finally got myself an ice cube tray for this sort of thing. How about making a few filled chocolates? Fill these up, tip out the excess, and clock wipe to when it's set. Ta-da! Now what can we fill these with? We'll do a few nice ones to start. Salted caramel, a little bit of shortbread. We know this is good. Peanut butter cream from the PB&J episode, link in the top right if you want to see that. I need a piping bag. Sprinkle a few peanuts on that as well. Strawberry fromage frais. Does anyone else remember them little Onken frou-frous you could get? Like a little donut-shaped yogurt pot with a space toy in the middle. I'm sure they had a range of little chocolate balls filled with fromage frais too. They were amazing. What the hell happened to those things? Get on it, Onken. Yeah, anyway, how about a hot dog? Ketchup, cut up hot dog, mustard. Just straight up vodka? Something for the thumbnail. Rice pudding, I feel like that might actually be nice. Nutmeg, obviously. Custard, just from a tin. There you go. God, it looks like Russian roulette. Everyone's hoping for the vodka one though, right? Thought so. Get those covered up. Okay, those corn dogs have set together. Let's see if we can... Oops. There you go, a bit more gormless food. Not a terrible looking cross section though. Have to be thorough, is this any better than the Big Mac? No. Will condiments help? Yeah, you already know the answer to that. Let's look at the selection box. Ooh, big crack and more of that fat bloom. Custard is trying to escape too. How the hell do I get this out of the tray? Brute force. Nope. Yeah, one's leaking, that's the vodka. No. Right, I'm just gonna have to cut between these and hope for the best. Ah, that's the strawberry one. Get back down. Ooh, actually, I wonder if a few taps on the base will get these out. Give it a go. Percussive maintenance. Let's just skip ahead. Good God, the carnage. Oh, well, let's eat the survivors. What's in this guy? Ooh, custard, that's actually lovely. Another custard one. I might use as the thumbnail instead. That looks good. Which is fortunate since this one is completely unusable. I already know this is the strawberry one, but cut into it anyway. Yeah, it looks clumsy, but it's delicious. Rice pudding, you can see where the chocolate settled into that damn gravity. Peanutty cream, you know that's going to taste good. And my little Twix. That looks good too. Yeah, overall I'm happy with that. Sorry again there's no real recipe this week, just actual practical advice. So good skills to have in the arsenal for future projects though. Right, if any of you actually want to see more episodes like this, let me know in the comments what you want to see me fake next time. Subscribe, click the bell button, socials are in the descriptions, yada yada yada. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, get forked.